Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you how to do reinforcement or basic introduction to reinforcement for foundation. Now here we're going to start to explain all the details that we need to know about reinforcement, that in the other videos I'm not going to repeat them. Now when you have a element, you want to provide reinforcement to it. So if you click on the element, one click on the element to select it, you will get a new rebar, a new ribbon, which you will have somewhere called reinforcement. Now if you click on this reinforcement here, it will give me something like this, a warning, which talking about the hooks. So we supposed to know if hooks is included or not. We will talk about this one within the detailing. So you press OK, it will open modifying rebar. Now on the right side you have different bar shapes according to the plan that you're providing them. On this the other side here we have the detailing of them. Then so the places that important for us, the rebar browser, here we have it, and the properties for the rebar. I'm gonna say the type of the rebar we have, the property of it, the shape. So and here we have the placement plane, which plane you're working, and the orientation of it. You have here the set of the bars that we have it, where the spacing working, the quantity you have it there, and we have, I'll talk about restraint as well. So the restraint type. Now the way I'm showing it to you here, it's using Rivet built-in rebar placement. What do I mean by this one? Some people will show it to you, they go to add-ins, there is a specific add-in, they will install it into Rivet, that they will do rebar detailing from it. It's much easier, but they are hard to find those add-ins. Mainly they are selling by different companies, so the third-party add-ins that you can add it to Rivet, you'll be able to do the reinforcement easier. Well, when I say easy, you have to know how they're working, you have to learn from them, but kind of they have a procedure that you follow in order to provide it. But if you use the one that in Rivet is more versatile, you have more options to deal with the reinforcement. Now we'll discuss all of this detailing here, step by step. Now before going into detailing, so this is how we went to, so if I press escape I'll come out of this. Here also we have, even for example if you click on this one, there is a rebarring, yes, you will go there. Or even here within the structural bar, structural ribbon, you have reinforcement here. Now the reinforcement, this is the rebar, mainly for beam, columns. Area, we go for walls. Path, kindly use it for if you have, let's say, an element which can be used for the wall, similar. A fabric area, fabric sheet, those are going for the mesh size, mesh type of reinforcement we have it. Cover, we'll come back to it, and rebar couplers. Now what do I mean by this cover? We know it. Rebar coupler, when we said that there is two bar coming, you connect them together. So this can be modeled in Rivet as well. And then according to the element, we'll talk about them. So even for the foundation, sometimes we can go for area, it's easier. We can go for rebar, we can place it by ourselves manually. So there is different way that we can go for the reinforcement. So before going into reinforcement, you can decide the cover. So you can go to cover and you can decide the cover for this element. This is one way. or you can click on this element, and within the properties, this one bigger, you will see here under, within the properties, you will see some part of it that's basically for cover. You'll see rebar cover top face, rebar cover bottom face, rebar cover other faces, and you will see it here 40mm placed there. If it is not, it is written interior framing column. Yes, if I want to change this one, you just simply click inside here, and you have many other, for example, cast against earth. So it's according to this, whatever the standard you're looking for example, you can specify different cover. Now if you want to specify your own cover, which is not here, let's say you go for 35 is not here, so what will you do? You have to click on the press escape, you have to click on the cover and then specify the cover there. In order to do cover, I prefer to do section. So what I will do, I will place two sections here. Go to view, a section this direction, and then another section, should make this one a bit smaller, and another section. What did I do? I just simply change the scale in order to make these things smaller. So I have two sections. Now the sections, they can see through, doesn't matter because it's only one. I can, in order to make this one always better, bring this section within the frame, within the element, so that you don't see anything else except this, in order to not have any problem in the visualization. So this is, I have two sections. Now if I go to any of these sections, let's say I'm change this one to section, if I double click on it, I can see here the section within here. Let me change the scale. And normally we prefer small 1 to 20, 1 to 50 for this, in order to see the reinforcement easier. Now this is what I have it here is, within the structure ribbon, I'm going to click on the cover. So when I click on the cover, you will see the icon change. It says select the element or face of rebar cover. Now before selecting, there's two things here. You can select the face if you want to specify different face. For example, if I want to have cover for this one different than this one, different than this one, different than this one, so I can use face, which is this one. If all the sides are the same, I can pick the element. So make sure you understand between these two difference between them. Whether you select covers, maybe the bottom is different than the side, you have to go with the face here, which is the second one. This is the face is clear that one face of the element is red, the other one is whole, everything will be the same. So let's say we're assuming everything is the same. In order to choose, you're going to come here, edit cover setting. Now you have the settings, those are the one available. You can add yours. Let's say I'm going to go for, which is add, will come here. I'll say this is foundation, and I'll make sure this is, for example, according to what I have it, 35mm, which will be given to you, or in the design you already know this one. So I have foundation here, press OK. So this is, if I choose this element, then I can select foundation, I have it, and it will be given to, as you can see from the, so if I click here, so you go back to structure, cover, you'll see the dashed line that you have, this indication for the, this is the indication for the cover. So the reinforcement will not go beyond the cover. Remember this one. So wherever you're placing reinforcement, they will be placed maximum to the corner of this thing, so it will not pass through this one. As a restriction, we will tell Revit that this is the limit, that you cannot pass beyond this, because this is, we call it cover, which requires full protection of reinforcement. This is the first thing that you do. So wherever you have the elements, you'll select them all. You can just give, or when you're trying to give this, or even not like this, we said that if you come here first, let's say that I don't want to do it here, yes, I can come to cover, provide the cover, I have it, then click on the elements or select all of them, and from here I can choose, from the list I can choose it. It will be easier for you. So first go to cover, edit and add the cover that you have it. Then within the project, select all the columns, for example all the foundation if you have single foundation, or you may have matte foundation, maybe you have different columns, so you can select all the columns and then change their cover to the same cover. In that way you will do it at once, or while you will remodeling the elements, you can just click on it and change the covers there, or we said that within the cover you can go there and look here. You can also specify different for different top, bottom, and the other side will be left and right. You can specify different covers. Now let's say I want to place in two different ways the reinforcement. Well, before that, let's just talk about the shapes. Then in a different video I'll explain